Konami. Konami, everyone. How are we doing today? I am cold. And that's why I have hot cocoa. I also got these mini marshmallows, right? They've got mint ones. They've got mint mini marshmallows. So we got some for hot cocoa. It's really good. Nice heart halo, thanks. I think it's pretty cute. Ah! No, not zoom. Not zoom on me. Not zoom on me. Let's see. Let's tell everyone hi. Hi. Hi KB. Hi Windows Vista. Hi Noctural. Hi Terajima. Hi Shinoda. Hi Icy. Hi Mabu. There we go. Not the zoom. No, not the zoom again. Oh, let me actually tweet that we're live. I'm gonna remember. I swear. Gonna remember. Starting now. There we go. I remembered. Second pair of hands to hold the blanket this time? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm holding the blanket. You know, I've got... Technically, when I was with Reina, I had 6 hands. 6 hands. Because there was 2 holding the blanket. There's the 2 that were making the onigiri. And then there's the 2 that were holding the paki. 6 hands. 6 of them. Good morning, Meep. Delayed tweet. Always delayed. I always forget. I always forget. Unless I don't. But I normally forget. Oh boy. I'm way too cold lately to the point of needing a mini heater on top of the normal one. Oh man. That sucks. It's going like back and forth here. It'll be cold. And then it'll be a little less cold the next day. But then it'll be back to being cold. So my voice doesn't really care for it. My voice doesn't really care for it. I wish it would go one way or the other. Nami equals spider? Spiders are okay. I like spiders. Hello, Outcaster. Hi. Man, it doesn't like when I take a sip of my cocoa. It did not like that. Konami Aslam. Hello, Tony. Karaoke was great. I was listening from work and nostalgia was real. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Pretty cold here too. Down to 78 Fahrenheit last night. That's not cold. That's not cold. You like the cold? I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold. How was my weekend? Good. I think... Yeah. I say that because I can't remember anything. You could ask me what I did 2 days ago and I'll be like, what was 2 days ago? I have a terrible sense of time. I have a terrible sense of time. I'll be like, yeah, the other day, and then it was something that happened 2 years ago. Time is fake. Time is fake. Yeah, the other day for me could mean anything from like earlier today to years ago. I could really say the other day, and it'll be months ago that it actually happened. And I'm like, yeah, you know, the other day. The other day this or that happened. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is, other than I have to stream. I used to have something that would make me be sure that I know what day it is, and on Sundays I'd have to panic and be like, oh, I gotta get things done. It's Sunday, and now I don't. So I'm just free to forget everything. Although I still have that little niggling sense of like, oh no, there's something I have to do, even though I don't have to think about that on Sundays anymore. Tommy is proven to be beyond our understanding, so time is just a concept to her. Yeah. That's also why whenever I've talked about the fact that like I'm kind of an endurance streamer by nature, it's because I don't have a sense of time. It just gets away from me. So I'll be like, oh man, it's been what, like 2 hours? And then it's been like 8 hours. Me and time don't get along. Or I should say, don't get along, and more like, I don't know time. Time says, nah. Not allowed to know me. They are talking about someone who just went to the void casually. Yeah, I didn't think that that it was as long as it was, and then I saw people being like, "Oh my god, it's about to be 1 hour. It's about to be the 1 hour mark," thinking that I was planning to do something at exactly an hour. No, I didn't realize it was already an hour. You would think just sitting there staring, you would be way more aware of time passing, because that's all I was doing was reading chat and looking at you guys and sitting very still. You would think I would be like, oh man, this is dragging on. How am I gonna sit here for a moment longer? No. No. I didn't even realize it was about to be an hour. You're late? No, you're fine. Welcome. Actually surprised at the amount of chat activity for it. Yeah, there was a lot. There is a lot. It's funny to see all the people be like, don't worry, she's gonna laugh at any second. She's gonna laugh at any second. Wouldn't be the first in Kawaii who goes a whole hour before starting what they initially planned to, but that's not the key. I just went an hour of staring, and that was it. That was the plan, or the lack thereof. The lack thereof. Because I had planned to do something different. And then like 5 minutes before, I pivoted. And I was like, alright, we're doing this now. It was gonna be normal. I was gonna chat. And then 5 minutes before, I was like, no. We're doing this now. I mean, like, even whenever I made the thumbnail, it was with the idea of we were gonna just like chat, but it just happened to work out that the thumbnail also worked out for me staring at you in a void silently for an hour. It just sort of worked out that way. So that was not the plan, but it became the plan. Amazed at how much more power Nami reveals each stream. What do you mean? What do you mean? Thumbnails are great in a kind of derpy way. I hate making thumbnails. Got water on this side and hot cocoa on this side. Because you know when you drink hot cocoa, it kind of like sticks to your mouth and your throat. I can't speak if it's sticking to my mouth and throat. So I gotta have water to wash it down. I'm double fisting drinks. Double fisting drinks. Hello Gundam, welcome. One of the few reasons I dislike it. I love hot cocoa, but I don't like the way that it makes me feel thirsty after having it. Double fisting. You know, you got one in one fist and one in the other. You're double fisting drinks. Did you have breakfast this morning? I did. I made an egg sandwich with a slice of pepper jack cheese. Yummy. Glad I was just in time to hear you say goodnight, yeah. Storm, so it kind of makes your throat dry. No. No, because actually warm drinks are better for your throat and your voice. Like, when you have voice lessons for singing, they tell you things like don't drink cold water and don't drink carbonation. So like the best thing for your voice is actually room temperature or warm drinks. But I drink cold water and carbonated beverages all the time and I don't care. I'll drink carbonated cold water even. Check me out. Carbonated cold water. So more or less this karaoke song order. You never know what's next. At one point we are feeling, the next we are getting served with our weekend rap skills. I don't rap. I don't rap. Konnichiwa, Kazuma. Good evening, clutter night. Eggy Sammy. Yeah, eggy. Do sweets coat the throat badly, Vin? I think it's because of the fact that it's a really thick drink. Like hot cocoa is thicker than water or tea. And milk tends to leave like a film whenever you drink it. I don't really like drinking just normal milk. I don't like drinking normal milk. I don't rap. I don't rap. Ew, strawberry milk is gross. Chocolate milk is okay. I will drink normal milk only if there's ice in it. I will only drink normal milk if there is ice in it, but otherwise I don't really like milk. And I don't know why ice makes it better, but it does. My mom's the same way. She'll only drink normal milk if it's got ice in it. She understands. She understands. I love bubble tea. Bubble tea's good. I did see the question. What kind of tea do I like? I like most teas. I really like tea. I only drink it hot though. I don't really like very many iced teas. Or I should say bubble tea is probably the exception. I think I've liked maybe 4 whole teas that I've tried iced. But I prefer it hot. And I don't put cream or sugar in it. I just make it hot and drink it. Hello, Ria? Or Raya? Like rye bread? Because you're Raya bread? Rye bread is good. Rye bread's good. Milk with honey, icky. Gicky, gucky, gross. I don't like milk or honey. I don't like milk or honey. It's with the hearts. Are you in love? That's a personal question. My mom doesn't like milk unless it is part of the cooking recipe. Oh, yeah. I stopped buying normal milk whenever I was living alone because of the fact that it would go bad too quickly. Like, normal cow milk just goes bad so quickly, and I only used it for cooking and baking. So it'd go bad so quickly that I would buy it and it would be a waste of money. So I started buying coconut milk instead. Coconut milk is really good for cooking and it tastes the same. You can even make like a milk gravy with coconut milk and it'll still taste the same as like normal milk gravy. It won't taste like coconut. Because coconut milk, when you drink it, it doesn't really taste like coconut. It's kind of sour. Soy milk is really good for drinking though. Soy milk has this like natural vanilla-ish flavor. Even the unflavored soy milks, that one's good for drinking. But coconut milk is really good for cooking, especially if you don't drink milk, because it's probably about as expensive as getting like a half gallon of milk, because that's all I would get. And it lasts way longer, like way, way, way longer. You drink eggnog? I love eggnog. I had to be rationed on eggnog when I was a child because I would drink too much of it and then I would get sick. I would get sick. Stopped enjoying regular milk, need strawberry syrup. Icky gucky. Icky gucky gross. Make the best if you make ice cream. Oh, I like ice cream. Ice cream good. Soy milk. Yeah, soy milk is good. Soy milk is super good. No way about what? The fact that I would drink too much eggnog as a kid and get sick. Hot buttered rum. I have heard of it. I have. I want to try it. There's also like hot buttered beer. I want to try that. Comes in. Hello, my mouth. Pumpkin spice eggnog, mint eggnog, or cinnamon eggnog. What the heck is a mint eggnog? That sounds gross. That sounds gross. I like just normal eggnog. Just normal. Coquito? I have not. Eggnog is strong enough. Yeah, but I mean, you mostly drink non-alcoholic eggnog these days. But, oh, I got this really good spiced rum last year that I was putting in my eggnog. Ooh, it was so good. It was cracking spiced rum and eggnog. Good stuff. Like eggnog, but warm and better. Moonshine nog? That sounds disgusting. Moonshine, if it's not like a flavored one, it's just gross. It's just gross. I ate oatmeal for 1 year when I was a kid. Kids do some weird things. Apparently, I used to dump my cereal and milk on myself and like rub it into my skin. Rub it into my skin. Carbonated eggnog sounds disgusting. Never tried eggnog. What does it taste like? It's really rich and custardy. Because eggnog is basically like a drinking custard. Enjoy flavored alcohol? Kind of. It depends. Like, I'll be real. I'm a vodka gal. I'm a vodka gal. If I'm gonna drink something, it's probably gonna be vodka based. And if it's gonna be plain, it's gonna be vodka. Got my great grandma drunk years ago with eggnog and Kraken. Hell yeah. The Kraken is so good in eggnog. Kraken is so good. Just exfoliation. It's moisturizing, right? They've got all those milk products now that's like the milk skincare. Milk is moisturizing. I was just doing it before it was cool. Rompope? Or, yeah, rompope? I have not. Vodka. Oh, I can't do tequila. I got sick on tequila. Well, I got sick on tequila mixed with vodka. And I can't do tequila anymore. I can't do tequila anymore. It's just too sickly sweet. It does not taste very good coming back out. Like the strong stuff? Yeah. What are you doing mixing tequila and vodka? Having a bad time. Having a bad time. Tastes like sunscreen. Have you been tasting sunscreen? Basically eggnog. Have you guys had rum chata? Rum chata's good. I like me some rum chata. Sad tequila noises. It's just, I mean, I never really liked tequila in the first place, but afterwards, no. Afterwards, no. Never rum chata, but I've had horchata. Yeah, it's basically the same thing as horchata, but rum. Drinking stream doko. I don't know if that's a thing that we can do. But also, probably just not in general. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. The only difference is that rompope has cinnamon in it. Oh! Unpleasant experience of mixing pre-workout with alcohol? Ew! Thought to myself, hey, it might be like Red Bull vodka. No, Red Bull's gross. Red Bull is already gross. They were just like gamer words? I don't think so. I just don't think that, you know, our company's concept is kawaii. I don't think watching girls get plastered is considered very kawaii. I don't think getting sloppy drunk on stream is a very kawaii concept. Because that's usually what drinking streams are about. They get sloppy drunk. You might have a point, yeah. Yeah. It's not very... It's not very appropriate. Yesterday I watched VTubers drinking while playing GeoGuessr. Oh yeah, Nijian. Yeah. Yeah, Nijian has some very... very sloppy drinking. Kawaii is subjective. I personally don't think sloppy drunk girls are very kawaii. They're funny because they're sloppy drunk, but I don't think it's very cute. I don't think it's very cute. It's more unbecoming. You disagree? Well, you can disagree. That's okay. You can be wrong. You can be wrong. Drinking stream, but with a lot of coffee. No, I don't drink coffee very much. I only get it when it's like a special coffee. As I don't really like coffee, and also I almost overdosed on caffeine from coffee once. It was a very bad experience. It was a very bad experience. It's not fun. It's not fun to almost overdose on caffeine. You feel like you're dying. You feel like you're dying, like for real. Like you can't stop shaking and your heart feels like it's going to explode. Yeah, you just feel like you're about to actually die. Not a fun experience, but it was my own fault. I made a way too concentrated cold brew. And then I drink it way too concentrated. And it was a bad time. Sounds like you had a really bad... Yeah, I did. It was bad. It was bad. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm gonna die for real. I'm gonna die for real. So I highly recommend be careful with caffeine. Hospital? No, I didn't go to the hospital. I felt like death, but I knew I also wasn't going to die. It wasn't that extreme, but I think it was on the brink. Especially because I don't have caffeine very often, other than like in tea. So it was too much. It was too much. Coffee may kill. Healers noted. I mean, it'll just kill you in general. It's bad. There's a reason that you're not supposed to have a whole bunch of energy drinks at one time. It's not good for you. Alcohol poisoning twice. Oh, that sounds really bad, yeah. You gotta be careful with things. Human bodies are very fragile. They're fragile. When you put things into them, things can be very bad. Nami cannot auto-res. I can't res anyone. I don't have that power. I cannot bring someone back to life. That is not within my abilities. We've gone over this. You can't die. Because I can't bring you back. I don't have caffeine that often. I let the existential dread fuel me for the day. There you go. That's how you do it. The fear of being caught. By what? You don't know. But something. No res spell? No, I can't cast 9th level spells. I can't cast any spells here. There's no magic here. Well, Aruru has magic. I don't. I am not within my game world. I only drink coffee if it's 95% water. Oh, so California coffee. California coffee. That's what my family would call it. Only good vibes and ibuprofen. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Cast Repel Undead during the Voyage stream. Remember, because I felt it, I didn't do anything. California just got roasted. Yeah, that's what my great-grandfather would call it. He would call it California coffee. So when you have water with a drop of coffee in it. How you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Is that what it's called? I never knew. I don't know if that's a common name for it. It's just what my family's called it. What was that? Oh, that's that. I don't think if you were to refer to it as California coffee to anyone else, they would know. I think it was just a personal complaint that my great-grandfather had against coffee that he had in California being really weak, because he would drink it really strong and black. He'd drink it really strong and black. Yeah, black coffee. My mom also drinks it black, and I don't drink coffee. If I drink coffee, I put creamer in it or milk, but not usually sugar, because then it just tastes like bitter and sweet at the same time. It doesn't actually taste any better. It still tastes gross. It just has sugar. Drank coffee. I once drank coffee straight up, got sick for a week straight. The only thing related to coffee I can drink is those Frappuccino bottles from Starbucks. Oh, those are okay. And no, when I almost overdosed on caffeine, I made cold brew at home with a 1-to-2 ratio of coffee grounds to water. First off, you're supposed to make it at like 1-to-4 or 1-to-8. And then I didn't dilute it at all once it was made. I didn't add any more water, which you normally do with cold brew. You normally add more water or milk or something when you drink it. You're supposed to dilute it. So I had just a big mug of 1-to-2 ratio cold brew. And I almost died. I felt like I was gonna die. So don't do that. That's my wisdom. Don't do that. Don't make your cold brew wrong. Good morning, Lumi. How you doing? Nami always harming herself. What a healer. Yeah, you know, you gotta know what to avoid. You gotta know what to tell people to avoid doing. Better now that I'm here. Aw, Lumi. This is so comfy. Yeah. Yeah. Family runs a coffee shop? Oh, nice. Do you like fruit juices? Yeah, I like fruit juices, except for orange juice. I don't like orange juice. Here, wait, let's get our marshmallows ready. Oh, that's behind me. I'll put it up here. Wait, is this an old one? Reload. I think I've answered this one. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Orange juice is gross. Orange juice is gross. It's not even about like pulp or no pulp. It's just gross. It doesn't taste like orange. Okay? I have had oranges with like orange straws, so you stick it right into the orange and then you can drink the orange juice straight from the orange. And like orange juice in a bottle tastes way different from if you're just drinking the juice straight from the orange. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste the same. You're drinking it straight from the orange, it actually tastes like orange. If it's in an orange juice bottle, it doesn't. It doesn't. Apple juice is fine. I like apple juice. This is true. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't taste like orange. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't taste right. Because oranges are good. And juice straight from the orange is good. But orange juice is not good. Mango juice is good. I like mangoes. Apple juiced up. Do you guys dilute your apple juice? I think this was just something that I was raised to do, but I don't drink apple juice straight. I always add a little bit of water to it. Orange juice is not juice. They filter everything from it and they put a lot of sugar in, probably. More concentrated, you need to reduce it with water. Yeah, but orange juice is gross. Regular apple juice too sweet? I don't know if it's about it being too sweet. I think it's just... I was always told to dilute it when I was a kid, so I dilute my apple juice. I don't know why. Maybe to make it last longer. My mom used to dilute my apple juice, see? Maybe your mom is the same. Too appley? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it was maybe to make it go longer. I don't know. But here, I love Meep. We all love Meep. Meep is MVP of oxygen not included. He's the best boy. Probably to keep the sugar in check, maybe. I know when I was young, we weren't allowed to get cereals with more than 12 grams of sugar per serving. So we had to be very careful with what cereal we picked out. So we would go to the store and we'd pick out cereal, and then my mom would look at it and be like, this has 13 grams of sugar, you can't get it. And this was before, you know, everyone became conscious of sugar. And before like all cereals started being under 14 or under like or 12 and under grams of sugar. You know, you can go and get almost any cereal now. And it'll constitute what we had to find as kids. But our options as kids back then were so limited. They were so limited. Like, I never had Cookie Crisp. I don't think we ever had Cocoa Puffs because it also had a lot of sugar. Like, we had Kaboom cereal. Don't want the clown. And even had Raisin Bran. I think Raisin Bran was okay. I don't think Raisin Bran had that much sugar. I love Raisin Bran. It's one of my favorites. That was your mom's train of thought. It was definitely cut back the sugar. Maybe so. I never asked. I don't know if it was my mom or my dad that told us to dilute the apple juice. I just know that we diluted our apple juice. Cookie Crisp was amazing. I mean, maybe when you were a kid. Have you had Cookie Crisp recently? It's gross. Cookie Crisp is gross. Raisin Bran is the bomb. I don't understand people who have like cereal and then they put more sugar on their cereal. Like, why do you have more sugar on your cereal? Especially if it's something like Honey Bunches of Oats or Raisin Bran. They'll put more sugar on it. It's sweet enough. Yeah, there are people that put extra sugar on their cereal. They'll like pour a bowl of sugar. No, a bowl of sugar, pretty much. They'll pour a bowl of cereal and then they'll pour more sugar on top. I don't get it. Oh, bye Clutter Night. Thanks for coming by. The extra sugar does help. For example, Frosted Flakes. Just get better cereal. Get better cereal. I don't understand. If it's not sweet enough for you, get a cereal that is. The only weird thing I put sugar on is spaghetti. What? What? Yogurt parfaits with granola is basically cereal. That's one of my favorite things to have for breakfast. I'll do like a yogurt and oat bowl. And I'll put frozen fruit in it and a little bit of brown sugar. Because I usually use like Greek or just plain yogurt. So it doesn't have any sugar or any flavoring in the yogurt. I also used to make my own yogurt. Oh my gosh, homemade yogurt is so good. You're not living till you've had homemade yogurt. That's whenever I would actually buy normal milk a lot more too, was when I would be making my own yogurt for breakfast. Because you need to have whole milk to make your own yogurt. Never tried homemade. It's really, really easy. It's really easy to do. You just buy some store-bought yogurt, okay? You eat all of it but 1 tablespoon. And then you mix 1 tablespoon in with whole milk into a container that you can make pretty airtight. Turn your oven on its lowest setting for a few minutes just so that the oven gets warm. And you're going to turn it off, put your yogurt container in, and let it sit in there for about 30 minutes so it can start the incubation process. And then you put it in your fridge. And you wait. And it'll become yogurt. It's that easy. Making your own yogurt is so easy. Is homemade yogurt thick or watery? Depends on what you like. You can keep it more watery because you always have that bit of whey that'll separate. So you can mix it back into your yogurt to make it a bit thinner, or you can strain it out to have thicker yogurt, which is basically just what Greek yogurt is. It's just straining out the extra whey. Making rotten milk, got it? That's what yogurt is. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you that yogurt has the live probiotics in it because it is fermented. It's fermented. Yogurt have cultures that interact with milk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so is cheese. Cheese is a very similar concept. Food science. A little bit of rot in certain types of food are good for you. It gets the good creatures in your body. Homebrew yogurt. Don't do the cold brew coffee that I did, but do the homemade yogurt. Yeah. My friend working at an Italian restaurant threw away the gorgonzola because it had mold on it. No. No. Oh man, that's sad. He didn't know. Cheese is also rot milk. Yeah, exactly. Fermented foods are technically spoiled in a controlled way. Yep. It gets the good biotics. It's good for your gut. Some alcoholic beverages. Yeah. Wine is the same way. Wine is the same way. Maybe add some honey on it. Wait, where was that? What is that? What are we adding honey to? Greek yogurt? Oh yeah, Greek yogurt's great. It really is just normal yogurt that's been strained to make thicker though. So you're paying more money for normal yogurt that they put through a cheesecloth. Fun fact. It's yogurt, just strained. So sauerkraut and yogurt for double the fermented fun? That sounds disgusting. Century eggs. Yeah, century eggs. Century eggs are definitely controlled rot. Next one. I forgot this one existed. I can't answer that. I don't have an answer. Next one. Hi, Nami-sama. Since your time coming to this dimension, what is your favorite place on this planet? Or the most memorable, if nothing comes to mind? I love Disney World. I love Disney World. I want to go to all the Disney parks, but I really love Disney World in general. It's just a really nice place. It's got good food. Going around Disney World alone is really great, because then you can ride whatever. You don't have to worry about like super long lines because you can get into single rider lines. You don't have to worry about like, oh, but we all want to go here or there or whatever. You just enjoy yourself. It's a much better time when you're alone in Disney World. Much better time alone. My parents from the same world thingy. I guess you could say they're kind of adopted parents. Feel the same. It's nice just taking it all in. Yeah. Yeah, you're not rushed by anyone wanting to do anything but you. Hope you can handle the roller coasters. I love roller coasters. I love roller coasters. Disney World does not have very intense roller coasters though. One of my favorite roller coasters was at a Six Flags that I went to once. That one was a good one. I think it was called the Titan. It's called the Titan. I want to go to a bunch of places that have like really cool roller coasters. Like I know Cedar Park in Ohio has a whole bunch of really like crazy roller coasters. I want to go on them. I like roller coasters. I like the thrill rides. I'm the sort of person that like I would try skydiving. I would try skydiving for sure. I don't know if I would do bungee jumping though. I don't know why, for me, skydiving is less scary than bungee jumping. Cedar Point, yeah, I wanna go Cedar Point. I wanna go ride the crazy coasters. There was actually a day that a few friends of mine and we were all on call together in the voice chat, and we were just watching like POV videos of roller coasters and being like, oh whoa, whoa, like we were on them. I really like roller coasters, they're fun. Bungee jumping, I feel like it's gonna rebound me into a wall or something. Yeah, I kind of feel scarier. That feels scarier because you don't really have control of what goes on after you do the jump. You just jump. Disney is more about the gimmick and theme. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Disney is about like, oh, it's a nice place for your family, so there's nothing too intense. But Six Flags and stuff, that's where you go for real stuff. And then, you know, even Six Flags is kind of kiddie in comparison to Cedar Point. Cedar Point is like extreme. Extreme rides. Roller coaster POV watch along stream win. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yeah, I feel like roller coasters are one of those things that you either really like them or you're really not into them. Especially when it comes to extreme ones. But I also feel like if you are the type of person that really likes them, it's very easy for you to start as the type of person that's like, I'm really not into them, until someone makes you get on one that's a little scary to you, and then afterwards you're like, oh, I'm an adrenaline junkie now. I'm ready to hang upside down by my toes. Let's go, strap me in by my feet. Let's go on a new ride. Because I was definitely like that way as a kid. I had to be forced on a ride, and then after that ride I was like, all right, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready for everything now. Anything and everything now, I'm good. I got that one ride in and I was like, yep. I was terrified of that ride at first though, and then like I was forced on it. They're like, oh, you'll be fine. You'll enjoy it. And then afterwards I was like, all right, yeah, I can do anything. Any ride, whatever. Let's go. Let's go on it right now. It's that one in Florida that has the Halloween Horror Nights. That is Universal. Universal. You guys ever pop an artery on a roller coaster because you don't scream and let out pressure? No. I usually laugh on roller coasters. They're fun. I don't really scream on them. I laugh. Hello, congrats on your debut. Thank you. Discovered your channel recently, so I'm looking forward to your content. Just remember that no matter what you do on stream, as long as you're enjoying yourself, us viewers will enjoy along with you. Thank you. But also, I've said it before. I've said it before with streams. You guys are lucky I stream. I would do it anyway. I would do whatever I'm doing on stream anyway. You're just lucky that I decide to stream and share it with you. So you get to appreciate it. You're welcome. That's my attitude. You don't have to be here, but it is a privilege that you get to be here. It is a privilege for you to be here. Become Sonic? What are we doing for why are we becoming Sonic? Blessed by your presence. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, you're welcome. I do like you guys being here, but also I would do it anyway. I would do it anyway, so I would sit down, I would play games, I would do it anyway. You guys just get to watch. That's why if I ever play a game poorly, I don't care. I don't care. I'm enjoying the game. If anyone in chat ever gets pissed off about me playing a game bad, I'm gonna do it worse. I'm gonna make you have a bad time. I'll go out of my way to make you have a worse time if you get ass mad in my chat about me playing a game poorly. That's a warning. That's a warning. I'm very spiteful with some things. If I'm enjoying a game, that's all that matters. If you want to watch someone be good at it, go play it yourself, assuming that you actually are good at it. Or watch a pro. Watch a speedrunner. Speedrunners are pretty good at the games that they play. We love to watch. Yeah. Sounded very princess-ish. I don't know what you're talking about. Spite is an amazing motivator. Spite is a great motivator. Gonna have fun with the Don't Starve stream? I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I know what I'm doing in Don't Starve. It's just gonna depend on the RNG. The RNG of the world seed. That might be a little bad. Electrician be Zoom. Yeah. I don't know, electrician. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a survival expert. Nami, a princess. Ho 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 ho. The Ojo. The Ojo-sama laugh. The trailer for Wizard with a Gun? I think I did. I think so. Still mad at Don't Starve for killing me with a meteor? Yeah. Santa Nami. Look, they said ho ho ho. Not oh ho 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 ho. Everyone knows healers and MMOs are the saltiest people on the planet. Maybe so. Maybe so. That's why I don't heal in MMOs. I do not heal. Next one. Oh, thank you for singing Simple and Clean. Help make my night go a bit better. I'm glad you enjoyed me doing my best with a song that is deeply out of my range. In certain areas. Think of a media share stream? Probably won't ever happen. Do you like doing DPS? That is what I play. I am a summoner main. I am a summoner main. Pretty sure healers are the deadliest. You know every method to cure every injury and illness, but you also know how to inflict them. How many mallows to hello Nami, many mallows, not how many. Yeah, there's a bit of a backlog. Healers are salty and MMOs. They need the salt to clean the wound first. Right. You gotta rub the salt in. Gotta rub the salt in. Love the karaoke at Plastic Love. I'm glad. I like that song. Final Fantasy 14 stream? No. I've answered that before. I don't ever plan on actually streaming 14. I don't think it's very interesting to watch outside of like raids. And I don't think my static wants to be streamed. I don't think my pandemonium static is gonna be here for streaming them. Plus that brings up the whole issue of communication. And Namiji, how are you today? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well. Sayo. See the official MV of Plastic Love released recently? I did, yeah. 9? I've never played 9. Final Fantasy 15 stream? I want to stream 15. I asked for permissions, but I think it got skipped over in our very, very large permissions spreadsheet, so I might have to ask again. Or be like, hey, can this one be checked on? Can this one please be checked on? I know that we have perms for a 9, but I don't own 9. So I'd have to buy it. Yeah, scratch off lotto ticket. Now he calls for amputation. What are you talking about? "16 isn't out yet. 16 is not out yet. God only knows when it will be. 9, one of the most beloved ones, but not that popular. Good option if you plan to play any FF. If I play an FF, it's because I have a personal interest in playing it. That goes back to the I would play these games anyway. I just am also streaming them. I do what I want. I do what I want. Did you get permission from? Our management will either check to see if permission is already out there, or they have to contact the devs and publishers to make sure that we have permission to stream it and or monetize those streams. Glad you're doing well. It's after 1 a.m. Oh gosh, you're in Japan. Good late morning, evening, night. Time is weird. Relaxing to the music in your stream, a book and some herbal tea. Oh, that sounds like a good time. Next one. Have you ever get asked by many people that you and your hero are a thing? No. I have not. I have not. Really enjoyed your streams, and I hope you're doing well. I especially love the recent collab with the rest of Gen 2. That's the backlog on these. The Pico Park collab. I'm not sure if you've answered this already, but my question is, what sort of collabs, if any, would you like to do with Gen 1? Obviously, since then, I have collabed with Refrain. Obviously I want to do collabs with everyone. Like Sharzu and I have talked about doing a Endwalker review collab, essentially. Isla and I have talked about the fact that it would be fun to do a cover of something together. And then I told her I would teach her how to drive. I don't know how that would work as a collab. But I don't even know if it's within my scope to teach her how to drive well in a game. But I can do my best. Permissions thing has always been a curious part of VTuber business that's interested me, like how it works. Permissions are really a thing for company VTubers, not so much indies. It also depends on where the company is based, because of the way that copyright laws and such are approached. So you'll find typically permissions are more of an issue whenever it is a Japanese-based company, because of the way that copyright is handled. We have to make sure that we actually have permission for a lot of games, to make sure that we're not overstepping what's allowed, essentially. But you'll find that if it's a American-based company or Canadian-based, or a lot of... There's not very many other places that VTuber companies have been based out of at the moment, but you'll find that they don't have as much of a strict issue with permissions, because especially American copyright law is more generous, more lenient, I guess you could say, when it comes to things like what is that called? Derivative work. So things like reactions and let's plays, etc. Confirm. Yeah, Lumi is part of an American-based company. I can't word. Daughter's asleep against my chest. Aw, cute. I was glad I was able to join the stream. I hope you continue to have a good day / night. Good night or good morning to the rest of the chat. Good night, Sayo. Thank you for coming by. Copyrights are the equivalent of summoning spells, yeah. Japan companies suffer with perms. Yeah. I think it became more of a thing too with Japanese-based companies after Hololive got in trouble with Nintendo. Because I think before then they didn't really ask for permission for most games, they just streamed it. But Nintendo kind of made it an issue, like, hey, you're a company. Our rules for streaming, if you're an individual, does not count for a company. So it kind of changed the way that companies had to approach the permissions thing. So now it's more like better to be safe than sorry. So we have to actually make sure that we have permissions. Because we are not individual entities, we are a company. Yeah, Nintendo. Love them, but also, man, Nintendo. Copyright infringement can be tight sometimes. Yep. Yep. So that's why you'll see corporate VTubers, they have to check more strictly for permissions. At least JP-based companies. Companies have a bigger name than independents. It's not really about how big the name is. It's about the fact that when you stream as part of a company, it becomes a corporate, like, business thing, and most companies are more lenient when it's an individual entity creating fan content, but whenever it's a corporation and they are profiting from another corporation's work, they become less lenient and more strict about the fact, because then it is a business transaction. It is a business transaction. So it's not really about the name, it's about the fact that it becomes a business transaction. Yeah, they don't like a company doing business and profiting with their IPs, exactly. So that's why it becomes more of an issue whenever it's a corporate streamer versus an individual entity. There's your business class for the day. Like Nintendo for the fact they're helping destroy game preservation. Yeah. Game preservation is just like it's a rough thing. And Nintendo is very anti-game preservation. Games Workshop is going after individuals for derivative work, even though the cases won't go anywhere. People are just scared of going to court in the first place. Yeah, that is also a thing. That is also a thing. You let us know about curses and business problems. After all. Oh boy. This one's the long one. You are the captain of a 100-man submarine. You are traveling in deep and unexplored waters. Suddenly there is an ambiguous and enormous black shape that floats in front of your ship. What do? A. Gun it down with missiles with Aruru's help. B. Use powerful ninjutsu with the assist of Nina to trick it. I don't think she can do ninjutsu. C. Use the power of song and friendship with Lua to charm it. D. Scare the crap out of it with Shi's assistance. E. Debut all kawaii second wave and have all 5 summon a giant mecha. Obviously we're gonna be Voltron. We're gonna be Voltron because it's cool. Let's be giant robots. fan games and the Samus Returns fan remaster had issues with Nintendo. Yep. Yeah, Nintendo is especially strict. Kawaii-tron, yeah. Cheese or no cheese in a burger? I think it's completely optional. I think cheese is nice, but I also think that it is not a necessary addition to a burger. It's a good addition, but it is not necessary and a burger will not suffer without it. A good burger is a good burger. And I love me a good burger. Kawaii-chan would be quite a fantasy, a drawing fantasy. It would be something. It'd be something. Cheese makes a better burger? No, no, no. It is optional. Cheese is optional. And even then, you can't just say cheese or no cheese. You gotta be more specific with the type of cheese that you're putting on your burger, because cheese does matter. The cheese choice does matter. Because you're gonna be putting gross cheese on it in the first place, then maybe no cheese is better. Have you thought about that? Talking about good cheese? That depends on the person though. What is a good cheese for a burger? Don't know what cheese the restaurants use. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes if you get like a specialty burger, it'll tell you. Oh my goodness. Hiccups. What's your favorite cheese? That's a really big question. As if I was gonna go by something that's like really easy to get, pepper jack. I really like pepper jack. But if I was gonna go with like more fancy cheeses, I've had a lot of different like fancier cheeses like brie and gruyere and gorgonzolas and all sorts of stuff. I like the stinkier cheeses. Those are really good. I only like American cheese and I can't eat cheese anymore. How do you only like American cheese, Sharzu? I know you can't have dairy now, but... only American? Man. I'll say American cheese is good for, you know, grilled cheese. And if you put it in ramen, it's pretty good because it just makes it creamy. It doesn't actually taste like cheese. Because I have baby taste buds, understandable. Understandable. I have friends with baby taste buds too. Like mac and cheese is their favorite food. Some strong cheeses go well with wine. Yeah. Strong cheese is good. American cheese isn't even real cheese, not really. Stinky cheese is unbearable for me. When my father eats it, I have to eat in another room. I like the stinky cheeses. They're tasty. They have a good flavor. Never had the chance to have the stinkier cheeses. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. On some Quackers. Cheap with my food budget since I only cook for myself. Yeah, I understand that. It's really hard to buy food for one person. It really is. Like, even if you want to get like produce, you always have to get way more than you need for just one person. Nothing is really sold in a way that is only enough food for one person. Charcuterie with freesia. That would be fun. I love charcuteries. Imagine the blue cheese. Blue cheese is great. But it is on the lower end of stinky cheeses. Struggle with that too. Getting meat is hard. Yeah. Buying food just for yourself is very difficult. Who would just cook for themselves? People who live alone? There's no one else to cook for? And you have to eat food. And eating out or buying like other food is expensive. I always have to cook like the same for 2 or 3 days because of meat packages. Yeah. Whenever I still lived alone, I pretty much would eat like the same 2 or 3 meals for a whole month. Because you just have to use that much food. And you can only buy food of that amount. You can't really buy things for one person. So I buy like a pork loin. Like a full pork loin, and then I would freeze it and defrost it just enough to cut some off and make like tonkatsu and like 2 other meals for a whole month. Because it lasts so long. I'm one person. I'm one person. When you cook for yourself, you almost always end up going for lazy meals. I didn't. I would make like tonkatsu and karage and like these really nice soups. I had a little baby crock pot. So I make like this buffalo chicken soup. It was so good. You just put it in a crock pot. Easy. Easy. And then like Japanese cream stew and everything. I would make me some nice meals, but you know, there are times where you're just like, I'm tired of cooking. I'm tired of cooking. Every day we have to eat, and every day to eat we have to cook. This is life. This is what life is like. If I lived alone, I'd probably just order food. You would be so poor. Food delivery and like ordering food is so expensive over time. Like when I lived alone, I basically had a budget of $100 a month for groceries, and that was to feed me and my dog. I would die if I was ordering food on that kind of budget. So you can still have like good food. Whoops, sorry, my mic. You can have good food on like a really small budget. You just actually have to cook. You just actually have to cook. You have to know what's like nice and cheap. Save so much money by cooking for myself instead of ordering out every day like I used to. Yeah. Ordering for more people makes more sense price-wise. It's insanely expensive to order for one. Yeah. I will only order food like on really special occasions. Yeah, I'm sorry, I bonked you. I bonked my mic. Yeah, crockpots are great. Like I had just like a baby one because I didn't need a big one. I was just making food for me. But yeah, like, chicken is pretty cheap. Especially if you buy chicken thighs that are still bone-in and skin on. That's a really cheap way to get chicken. And thighs are really good for karage. And some soups, although I would prefer chicken breast a lot of the time, but thighs are really good for soups because they have a stronger flavor and they hold up better to being cooked in like a broth. Do you also struggle with thinking what to cook for dinner? That's where I struggle. Yes. I hate having to think of what I want to eat. Like Beef or chicken curry? I make chicken. Chicken is way cheaper. 1.5 liters of stew yesterday, and it would probably last me 3 days, and it cost maybe $4. Yep. Rotisserie chicken? I don't like rotisserie chickens. What's your favorite everyday food? Probably just nice rice. Just nice rice. Like sushi, like medium or short grain rice. You can't go wrong with some good rice. Some good rice, a little bit of soy sauce, and some furikake or bonito flakes to put on top. Good stuff. You order every day, you have more free time or time to work, which might result in more money. No. Because if you have a crock pot, you put things in the morning and it takes 10 minutes. And then once it's ready for it to be done, it takes maybe another 10 minutes. And your food is done and you barely touched it. And it was way cheaper. It was way cheaper. You spend a lot of time waiting for delivery food and a lot of money. Rotisserie chicken is the goat of lazy cooking. I don't like having to pull it off the bone. And I don't really care for how dry rotisserie tends to be. And then you need to wash the dishes. It's not that difficult. It's only difficult if you let them pile up. If you clean as you go, or you clean right after you eat, it takes 5 minutes. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. Rice cooker or pot? I use a pot. Pot on the stove. Pot on a stove. Clean as you go is so much faster. Yep. Especially when you have like a small sink. I had a really small sink. I feel called out, Lumi. Stop being lazy. You ever put butter in your rice? No. My sister does. But I don't really care for butter in my rice. So life tips with Nami, let's go. Yeah, see, because I also bake a lot. And whenever you bake, you end up having to use a lot of the same things over and over, like whisk or spatulas or measuring spoons. So you don't really have much of an option but to clean as you go. Plus, baking utensils take up a lot of space as you're baking, so you need the space to take back over your counter space and then your sink space, so you just have to clean. You gotta get in the habit of it. Gotta get in the habit of it. And for rice cookers, I would love to have one day, but I want like one of the nice $300 induction heating, like sing a little song whenever it finishes, perfect rice every time rice cookers. But that's expensive, and I make very good rice on the stove as is right now. Easier to clean when the plates are still warm. Exactly. When you don't let it sit on there and like crust up and stick, then it's way easier to clean it. Even hand washing something really doesn't take very long. Thank God I don't bake. Seems like a hassle. I love baking, but yeah, it is definitely a hassle. Professional chef, I rarely get tired of cooking. It is very fun and relaxing to me. My favorite food is sashimi. Oh, I love sashimi. Catch and prepare my own fish and seafood. Yummy. Yummy. I love sashimi. I just bought the zojirushi rice cooker. Yeah, the nice induction heating, so it's even heating all around. Keeps your rice warm and moist for hours. The amount of times I've sounded like a rice cooker ad to my mom, being like, we gotta get one of these induction heating rice cookers. And it's perfect rice every time. It keeps it nice and warm for hours. And she's like, where would we put that? We already have enough stuff all over the counters. Where would we put that? And I'm like, I don't know. But we need one. We need a $300 rice cooker. Oh, we need it. Just to say that I have it, I guess. You ever try kushikatsu? I have not. What's your favorite sashimi? Mine is a tie between tuna and octopus. I really like yellowtail. I love yellowtail. Recommend the induction one 1000%. Don't know about the pressure cooking one above that though. Yeah, the induction one is the one that I would want. It's peer pressured into buying a $200 rice cooker. You'll probably enjoy it. Rice cooker makes life so much easier. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But cooking it on the stove still works. Sacrifices must be made for the rice cooker. Yeah. We'll just throw the toaster oven out. We'll throw the toaster oven out and put a rice cooker there. We don't need the no stinky toaster oven. We have a real oven. We don't need a toaster oven. That's rice cooker counter space. That's rice cooker counter space. We've had to start storing smaller appliances on top of the fridge, right? It's so hard to find places to store smaller appliances. We have an air fryer and it gets used often enough that we've just sort of given up on trying to put it up after people use it. So now it has a permanent place on the counter. The air fryer just gets to stay out on the counter. The stand mixer used to have a permanent place on the counter. But now it's put up because I don't bake as much now that I'm here because my mom can't have gluten. So I can't use normal flour whenever I bake things that I would intend for everyone to be able to eat because she can't have normal flour. She can't have normal flour. Do you have one of the really nice KitchenAid ones? Yeah, we have a KitchenAid stand mixer. So I don't really bake as much now that I'm here because baking with gluten-free flour is very difficult, especially when it comes to bread. Gluten-free bread or like anything that uses yeast and has to rise is so hard. It's so hard to get it right. So hard to get it right. My favorite snack is a tie between takoyaki and gyoza. I love takoyaki. Takoyaki is so good. But yeah, it's really hard because I really like baking things that are like bready or, you know, it has to rise. Like I would make homemade cinnamon rolls and they are so good. Like I never really liked cinnamon rolls whenever they were like store-bought or the ones that you can get in the little tin. I never liked those, but then I made homemade cinnamon rolls and they're so much better. So much better. And I love to make my own bread and like cakes and cookies, and I've made melon pan a few times and like completely from scratch, nikuman and everything. And now I just don't. Now I don't because things like that with gluten-free flour is almost impossible. It's so hard. It's so hard. The kneading is literally about building the gluten structure. Yeah, so I don't bake as often anymore. Because I used to do a whole lot of baking, especially because it's way cheaper to make stuff yourself, like your own bread, etc. Your own bread, etc. I also eat gluten-free. I feel like my back pain problems after eating are somewhat related to gluten. It could be. Our bodies are very sensitive to like the food that we put in it. Looking forward to try some meat made of plant cells and protein. And contribute to climate change. I'm just curious about like how plant-based meat stuff actually tastes. I want to know how it tastes. Bread might be cheaper store-bought. Nope. No. It's not. If you're measuring by like time, sure, it's cheaper to buy it, but it's not cheaper. It's not cheaper store-bought. You can buy a whole bunch of flour for very cheap, and then yeast is pretty cheap too, and you don't use a ton of it. And you pretty much have like water, oil, yeast, and flour, and you make bread. Very easy, very cheap. Impossible is getting real close to meat texture / taste. See, I want to try one. It sounds interesting. Get a pack of yeast for like $1. Yeah, yeast is super cheap. Plant-based meat makes me feel kind of sick after. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, yeast is cheap. I buy the jars of it because you just put it in the freezer. Put the jars of yeast in the freezer and it stays good. Make you fat, but at least you don't have to listen to the vegan teacher lessons. Anything will make you fat if you don't eat right. And then some people just naturally have more weight on their bodies. They can't really help it. Bodies are weird. Yeast shortage last year, I had to buy an entire pound instead of packets. That's crazy. Probably because there's some other ingredient your body is reacting to. Sharsu, maybe, yeah. Like ingredients on fake meats and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, trying to make the right flavor. You wanna be fat? Start eating like crap. Although some people, they can eat all they want and as much junk as they want, and they still stay like skinny as a stick. They stay stick-like. Always tempted to try making sourdough, but I don't want to make a starter for it. Yeah, I haven't tried making sourdough, but I know once you get a starter, it's pretty easy. Because you kind of just let it do its thing. But then you have to make it often so that your starter doesn't die. How do you feel about mushrooms? I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are good. Type that never seems to gain weight, man. See, that's another thing, like the whatever you eat, it's so important to work out. Being skinny is definitely not a bill of health. It is not a clean bill of health. Some people just have more weight on their body, but they can be way healthier than someone who's really skinny. So it's not a clean bill of health, that's for sure. Just like having more weight on your body is not necessarily you being unhealthy. Some people just naturally carry more weight. My experience is a lot more about how much you eat rather than what you eat. I guess that can be the case in some ways. I have a cousin who's like 6'3" and he has a high metabolism. He's been as skinny as ever for the 20-something years he's been alive. Man. Knowledge from our healer. Yeah, because if you think about it, muscle weighs more than fat. And when you look at people who are actually like properly strong, they look a lot like bulkier and than someone that you think of whenever, like what we think of when we think like, oh, nice and healthy and strong like muscles. Those are aesthetic muscles, like what models have or what bodybuilders have. Those are muscles that are purely for aesthetics rather than function and strength. So when you train for actual strength, it doesn't look like pretty. It's very bulky. And you can be healthy and be very strong and not be skinny. The lumberjack build. Yeah. So aesthetics really are not at all an indicator at any point in time of what health is. Unfortunately, our world won't learn that lesson. It's too deeply ingrained into society. Did I actually read this? Nami G, you are really beautiful and entertaining, and I love you. Aw, shucks, thank you. You're sweet, whoever you are. Question time. What is your favorite kind of fantasy world? European, medieval with magic, parallel Earth with magicals and stuff and such. That's difficult. That's a really difficult question. I'm pretty partial to steampunk. I like steampunk. It's pretty cool. I really like Victorian styles and fashion. And then you have that little bit of like magic mysticism to it. Steampunk's pretty cool. Although I feel like steampunk a lot of times is treated more sci-fi than it is like actual fantasy. So it depends. I like a more magic steampunk, like ones where fairies and stuff are involved. There was a book that I read that was sort of steampunky, but like fantasy, called I, Coriander. That one was a pretty good book. Weight measurements is a bit of a lie. Yes, taller people will on average weigh more than people. BMI is a lie too. BMI is a big lie. Bodybuilders at competition are at their weakest on the stage, all dried out. Yes, they're very dehydrated. Alcohol has a lot of calories. Yes, alcohol does have a lot of calories. That's why beer belly is a thing. Gothic Victorian, yeah. Dishonored, have you tried it? I have not tried it. I have not. Have you heard of steampunk giraffes? I have heard of them, yes. Payday 2 win. I assume you know it. I do know it. I have no plans on playing it. This seems like a very out of nowhere question. Oh, it's covered. Anonymous donator, thank you for the $20. Hey Nami, hopefully you're doing well. Really like your stream so far and I like your voice. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I will. Thank you for your donation. And I'll put this back. I'm glad I saw it while it was happening. Yeah, I don't think I've really said anything that would indicate Payday 2. I don't think I've said anything about Heist. Have I? I've not said anything about Bank Heist, have I? That'd be, awkward. Nami with clown mask? Yeah. Maybe that's it. The clown talk. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever play Payday 2. I mean, it seems like a fun one with other people, but also it's kind of difficult for us to arrange collab sort of games because most of them cap out at 4. And then we're all quite different time zones, so it's kind of hard. But yeah, Payday 2, I know that one caps out at 4. So then it's like, alright, well, who gets left out? Who gets left out? Ever watch Goblin Slayer? I have not. Have you heard of the Ninja Gaiden franchise before? Which one? NES or Xbox? I have. And I know the NES one. I think I also played the demo of the newer Ninja Gaiden. I think I played the newer, like the demo of the newer Ninja Gaiden. That one was hard. Can Kawaii collab outside of their company? Yes. Yes, we can. Nene has collabed with people outside of our company, like Yura. Reina has collabed with like Shiki and some other people. Nina actually recently had a collab with Yura. So yeah, we're allowed to collab outside of our company. I'll say I'm not very good at asking for collabs. There's a lot of people I would like to collab with, but I'm very shy about bothering people. I don't like to bother people to ask for things. Yeah, Sharzu did the Apex thing with Rainy and Peanut. Yeah. How about you seems to have particular good ties with Prism? Yes, we do. We're pretty good friends with a lot of the Prism girls. Like, I've talked with like Non and Naki some. Non is so sweet. She's so sweet. And then I've also I've talked with Yara a little bit, and she's like, we should do something like on or off stream, and I'm like, yeah. And then I get too shy. I get too shy to really follow up on things. Your favorite Ushis next time? Corona is my Hololive JP Oishi. Celine and Alira are my Niji Ian Oishis. My once was indie Oishi graduated, so that sucks. Alira, yeah, I like Alira. Yeah, my indie Oshi was also a dragon. I like dragons. They're pretty cool. Dragons are pretty cool. Alira's pretty great. Selena's a bit to get used to for me. I like Selene, she's funny. Yours is Fish. Finana's great. Respect Yubi. I miss Corone. I look up because that's where my Corone mouse pad hangs on my wall, is up there. I don't use it. She just gets to be up there and safe. She gets to be safe. Genki desu ka? Genki desu. Type of dragons? I don't know. Dragons are just cool. Like, one of my favorite monsters from Monster Hunter is the Mizutsune, which is like a dragon. Gotta pray for the Corone mousepad. Yeah, Corone, who art on my wall, hallowed be thy name. Thy will be done, that you become on earth as it is in Dugvin. In Dugvin. On earth as it is in the bakery. Mizutsune! Yeah, I love Mizutsune. It's so cute. It's so cute. And then one of my favorites from 3 has not come back at any point. I want him back. I want Kurupeko back. I want my stupid fireclap bird back. Corone poster it's her mouse pad. Yeah, it is right above my 2 monitors. It's right above my 2 monitors, so I look up and there she is. She's watching over me. She's watching over me. Forgot which one Mizutsune is. It's the bubble dragon. It's the bubble dragon. It's really cute and very pastel. Let's see, next mallow. Oh gosh. You guys know how like there's wolf kids and there's like horse kids, etc. I was a dragon kid. I like dragons. For polynomial px, the value of p3 is -2. Which of the following must be true about px? A, x minus 5 is a factor of px. B, x minus 2 is a factor of px. C, x plus 2 is a factor of px. D, the remainder when px is divided by x minus 3 is -2. Nami is smart. She can handle this for sure. I am smart. I looked it up and I found the exact source that you found it from. And the answer is D. I don't use polynomials in my normal life. Why would I waste my time relearning how to do it for your dumb question? That's how I'm smart. I'm not gonna waste my time. Do you have any food you like or dislike that would surprise others, i.e. disliking mint or liking black licorice? I hate black licorice. I hate black licorice. It's gross. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time on you trying to outsmart a streamer. I don't need to use polynomials. Why would I bother relearning it? For the challenge? No. I don't owe anyone trying to one-up me on anything. This is my stream. Who actually likes black licorice? My mom. My mom. Even doctors use Google, yeah. My mom loves black licorice. I don't like it though. I love your content, Namiji, and your voice. It's cute. Thank you. Arigato. Never seen or tasted black licorice before? Don't. Don't. It's like chewing on a tire. It's gross. I kind of feel like we've discussed, I guess, something that would be an answer for this already, like orange juice. I don't like orange juice, and I don't like drinking milk. And we all know I don't like ketchup. So I guess there's that. I don't know what would be surprising that I do like. Never had black licorice, doesn't seem very appealing. It's not. It's not. I feel like the worst part with black licorice, right, is when you have jelly beans. You have like nondescript jelly beans, right? And you think, oh, this is a grape jelly bean. And then it's not. It's a black licorice one. Hold on, let me read that. I read it. I'm so slow with reading hiragana. I'm so slow at reading hiragana. I really need to get better at it. Need to get better at it. An odd veggie that you like? I don't know, what would be an odd veggie? Asparagus is really good. I really like asparagus. Brussels sprouts are okay. They could be worse. Oche is great to me. It's gross. It's gross. Forgot about the existence of jelly beans. Here's your reminder. Black licorice jelly bean is like a mine of pure sadness. It is. It's terrible. Do you rather I've written it in katakana? No. No. I'm worse at katakana than hiragana. I'm still learning, but it's slow going. Bigger betrayal than when you pick up a chocolate chip cookie and it's actually oatmeal raisin. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. I get that some people are like, oh, betrayal, I thought it was chocolate chip. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. Cauliflower? Cauliflower is okay. Have you tried sweet potato greens? I have not. I would. But I have not. Durian plus coconut plus brown sticky rice. I've not had that. It sounds interesting. Japanese is my native and thus first language. You speak very good English. Your eigo is Jozu. My Nihongo Jozu janai. I have OJ every morning. Gross. Gross. Hiragana is easy. Katakana is easy. It's just I don't find it often enough for it to become deeply integrated. Now kanji. I have something that lets me read like hiragana more often, but I'm still very slow at it. You chose violence. Came here to defend licorice. It is good. Not black licorice. Not black licorice. Like strawberry or like cherry licorice can be okay, but not black licorice. The ways of the licorice are an enigma. Sweet potato greens taste similar to spinach. Oh, yummy. I like spinach. Non-baked cookies, they're okay. But I'm gonna be real, you have a very low chance of getting salmonella from raw cookie dough. Just eat the raw cookie dough. You can just eat the raw cookie dough. You have probably more of a danger of getting botulism from the flour in raw cookie dough than you do salmonella from the eggs. You should... And that's something that most people don't think about when it comes to like raw, like the edible cookie dough, the quote-unquote edible cookie dough. You have to bake your flour when you make edible cookie dough, because you can get botulism from the flour. So even if there's no egg involved, you need to bake your flour when you make quote-unquote edible cookie dough. Do you know how to write a haiku? Yeah, 575. 203 days in Duolingo. Hiragana's a breeze. Duolingo sucks. Duolingo sucks. Just eat the raw cookie dough. Yeah. I'll just defeat the salmonella. Yeah, there you go. Just be stronger. English is my second language. I am fluent in 8. Wow! 8! Japanese, English, Mandarin, Latin, Italian, Cantonese, Thai, Vietnamese. Currently learning Russian. Oh man, good on you. Cyrillic is hard. Cyrillic is hard. I eat raw eggs, I am fine. However, I don't touch uncooked flour. Yeah, uncooked flour is way worse than raw eggs. Putting a raw egg in your nice hot rice in the morning, yummy. Yummy. Duolingo is just for practicing, not learning. Yeah, Duolingo is not a good learning resource. Flex on my whole life. I don't chew. That's good stuff though. Eggs and flour for those beetles, which is why I cook it, especially pancake flour. What? Beetles? Good morning to my birds. Oh, you know what actually might be something that I like that some people don't like? I love natto. I love natto. I love natto. It's so good. Sticky, stinky beans. Sticky, stinky beans. Natto is tasty. Beans. I love natto. Natto is so good. It's very good for you too. Holding a conversation, I switch between some languages, but most of the time it stays one language. That's like the scary part of a bunch of languages. Your brain just has to try and work in all of them. Gotta make the best out of it. It's just a source like textbook, video, media, yeah. Yeah, Duolingo is like, it's okay for starting, but it's really not great for learning in the long run. Natto is so good. I heard VTubers talk about natto, but I've never had it. It's really good. It's fermented soybeans. It's tasty. Oh. Egg beetles in flour. Gross. Gross. Basically, you like stinky stuff? Maybe so. Maybe so. I have natto. I eat different product of fermented soybean. Fermented cabbage stuff? You mean kimchi? There's also sauerkraut. Very different flavors. Do you know a better platform to learn? I like Memrise. M-E-M-R-I-S-E. I like it better than Duolingo. It has the same sort of like game way of learning. But it makes more sense to me than Duolingo. I've heard Lingo Deer is also pretty good. You like kiwi? I love kiwi. Kiwis are good. Kimchi is so spicy. Kimchi's not that spicy. I mean, you can get pretty spicy kimchi, but it's still just, it's tasty. Memorize? Yeah. I like it. Because it teaches you the hiragana pretty slowly. It teaches you the hiragana in chunks, and then it teaches you words with those particular chunks of hiragana. So you're actually learning vocabulary while you learn the hiragana, rather than like just plain memorization of the hiragana and then learning vocabulary. Even just the very beginning of Memrise versus Duolingo, I feel is a better way to learn. Has two advantages, gets you started fast. Most places though, most other places that whenever you try it, you can test out of, like beginning lessons, if you already have some skills that you would want to transfer elsewhere. But I like Memrise because it has more like lesson options. Like it has lessons, it has native speakers, it has videos that you can watch, it has dialogue videos that you can watch to practice your learning for natural dialogue that's being spoken. And it also has different ways of practicing what you've learned. So it'll have like speed review and then like normal review, and there's little lessons that you can do where you're basically talking to a chat bot, so you have to learn the words in context and use them to answer it. So it's like having an actual conversation. Associate hiragana with words works way better to me to do both at the same time. Yeah, that's what Memrise does. Gonna dip, Nami, it's nice seeing you. Thank you for coming by, Pilot Light. Sounds like a lot of things that I'm too lazy to do. No. It's not hard. Memrise basically just does it for you. Like you'll log in, you'll say, all right, I'm ready to learn, and it'll choose one of those things that you need to do based on SRS. I think is the learning method that most everything uses these days. The spaced, repetitive, whatever. No, not memorize. Memrise is the name of the platform. Because it teaches you chunks of hiragana and words with that here, with like those chunks of hiragana at the same time. So the platform memrise, not memorize. Very similar words, but it is different. Japanese characters have minute changes that can be difficult to spot. Yeah, I've complained about it before to some of my friends. I'm like, ni and ta are so similar. And for what? Like Duolingo teaches you more of just like, here's the hiragana. Memorize the hiragana. At least it did whenever I last tried it. Here I am knowing English and Polish. Hey, not bad. Not bad. But Duolingo also, it had a lot of its own faults in not having native speakers for a very long time when it came to its audio. So a lot of people really didn't like that about Duolingo. I personally don't like the way that Duolingo introduces kanji so soon. It introduces kanji before you really have a chance to fully memorize hiragana or katakana. Duolingo is really bad for actual learning. It's very inefficient time-wise, yeah. Especially because a lot of the time when you are going through Duolingo, once you go through that lesson, it doesn't make you review anything that you've learned from that lesson later on. You just move on to another lesson, so it's very easy for you to just forget like some of the stuff that was in earlier lessons if it's not used for sentence creation in later lessons. Because it doesn't have dedicated review. You just move forward. Not gonna try to pretend Duolingo is perfect. Lately I spend more time trying to find what wants me to formulate the answer than trying to see if I understood the sentence. Yeah. It becomes like a puzzle game. But ultimately, like, those apps are good for starting, but you really have to supplement them with textbook and other learning avenues, like reading light novels, etc. The best way for you to practice is to watch and listen and read native material, because that'll help a lot with picking up the intricacies of grammar in a lot of languages. Is you can study language rules. It's what the practices are for, but it doesn't force you to. It doesn't force you to. It doesn't even tell you, hey, go do the practice. That's the issue. It's not structured. You open Memrise, you click you want to learn today, and it starts you on a review of stuff. If you need stuff, if there's stuff that according to the SRS you need to review, is a full structured learning plan. It's not just you can pick or choose whether or not to actually practice. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to like have a guide for Duolingo of like, all right, now you need to actually go practice and this or that. Like, it should just be, if it's a learning thing, it should do it in a way that is conducive for the best learning. Best way to practice is with a native speaker. That's if you're working on your conversational skills. It is best to practice with that for actually using it, but if your goal is to read it or just be able to understand it, native media is really good for that. If you're looking to be able to be proficient in speaking it aloud, definitely talk with a native speaker. You know, 9. Hey, there you go. More. The more you know. I don't know why you have this deep need to defend Duolingo when I'm pointing out its clear issues, man. Not that big of a problem with me saying anything against Duolingo like this. Go elsewhere. Duolingo has its problems, and me pointing it out when people are like, oh, Duolingo's great for learning. It's not. Accept it. It's not like a magic language pill, and people act like Duolingo is just some god-given learning tool, and it's not. It has faults, and that's okay. Here we go. Another mallow to move on. You mentioned having a wheel and being a sim racer. Do you watch motorsports or used to? No. What kind of races do you play or watch? I don't. I don't watch any races. Sprint, endurance, timed, like time attack for rally. Regular tracks, dirt, mud, or street tracks, open or closed wheels. Any favorite car? I'm not saying the app is beyond saving. Move on. Move on? Or get banned. That was the end of the conversation. It was not an invitation to say more. Thank you. Don't use Duolingo. Too many problems. Yep. Yeah. Can't just say something is not good. Oh, I'm sorry for hitting my mic. That wasn't intentional. Can't just say something is not good without people getting angry. Okay, me saying it's not good is still an opinion. I'm not saying factually this is terrible, because there's no way to say that factually. Everything is subjective and an opinion, and if you can't understand that, then that's a you problem. That's a you problem. Regular tracks, dirt, mud, or street, open or closed wheels, any favorite car. I don't have any any specifications here. That's a you problem is one of my favorite things to say. I mean, it's true a lot of the time. Too many problems. Yeah. Yeah, I like memorize. Yeah, memorize is better. There you go. Native speaker memorize better. Duolingo is good for getting you into the concept of let's learn, but it's not good as an actual long-term learning tool. Now, the answer to all these questions is no. I like playing racing games, but I'm not like actually into racing. You like jazz? B emoji? Yeah, I do actually. I like jazz. Jazz is cool. I love the creepy staring stream. Thanks. When are you gonna play a horror game? I'm not good at playing horror games. I get too scared. I'm a little baby. I'm a little baby about horror. I'm much better with watching like a horror movie. I'm much better at watching a horror movie. Because I'm not in control. Like, even if I'm scared and I look away from it, it still goes on. But if I get scared in a horror game, it doesn't keep going without me being involved. I have to actually have a sense of agency, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Do you usually chew gum throughout the day when you don't stream? Nope. Nope. I don't chew gum. But yeah, I'm very scared with some things. Did Nami like Train to Busan? I think I mentioned it, but I actually haven't watched it yet. I think I was mentioning the fact that Hollywood has this bizarre need to remake things that are perfectly good as is. Like, to me, BioShock is like really scary. BioShock is really scary. Duolingo devs? There were no Duolingo devs. There was no Duolingo devs. Probably throw the mouse away. I won't throw my mouse. I won't throw my mouse. I'll take my hand off the mouse. I'll jump. I'll jump and go eep. I'll go eep. Talked about how Hollywood Americanizes popular overseas movies. Yeah. Yeah. BioShock Infinite is one of my fave games of all time. I've played a good amount. Not like too much, but like some of the beginning of BioShock 1. And unfortunately, it makes me very motion sick. It makes me very motion sick too. So it's really hard to find games that are horror games that also aren't like first person. Because you're limited to stuff like Silent Hill. I think Fatal Frame is not first person. Is Clock Tower? Clock Tower is not first person. It's like more recent horror games are first person than old ones. BioShock Infinite has some parts that are like roller coasters. If you like that, Nami, that would probably make me so sick. In a video game context. Minecraft is a horror game. Yeah, it's scary how bad it is. Sorry. That was just a fun little dunk. That was just a fun little dunk. Plenty of indie horror games that look like they got made on RPG Maker, yeah. Yeah. Lowering the FOV actually doesn't help. Having a wider FOV helps a lot more whenever you have motion sickness. At least for me, it helps more to have a wider FOV. Because when things are like really, really narrow, you have to swing your mouse a lot more. So you have to move your camera a lot more to see things. Don't apologize, it's the truth. I've already said I'm not a Minecraft person, so to say it in that way was just a fun dunk. Yeah, motion sickness in games is caused by low FOV than hi. Yes, very true. The thing is too, the thing that really sucks is I don't have motion sickness when it comes to anything else. Nothing else makes me motion sick but games. So it really sucks. Are you thirsty? My dog just drank a whole bunch of water. Miss Squirrel. I was thirsty, huh? Thirsty little baby. Yeah, ginger does help. I usually take ginger pills and then I'll have ginger tea. But even then, I think the longest I can go in some games that make me really motion sick is 3 hours. Like Sea of Thieves makes me really motion sick. But you can imagine why, because you're on a boat. You're on a boat. And it's rocking and rolling all around. Ah! Thank you for that donation, Amana Suzuha. Just showing some appreciation for that Minecraft dunk. Thank you, thank you. Only 3 hours. Yeah, only 3 hours. I know that's probably long, but to me it's not. To me it's not. Not when I can sit and play a game for like 7 hours. Like when I first tried Idle Manager, I played for 7 hours straight. I played for 7 hours straight. So to only be able to play a game for 3 hours, it's not long enough. It's not long enough. Especially whenever it's a game that you're playing with other people like Sea of Thieves. To only have 3 hours of being able to play with your friends is not long enough. It's too short of a time. Because if you're gonna like organize people getting together and playing a game, you want to have like a good chunk of time that you're playing together. Get motion sick in like 5 minutes. Oh god. Portal. Yeah, Portal makes me really motion sick. I haven't been able to actually finish the first Portal game because I've gotten to the point where you're like loose. You're loose in the facility, and that's when you start doing a whole bunch of like up and down, upside down stuff. It makes me so sick at the end. Gotta go, Nami, and chat. Gotta work. I've got to take care of. Thanks for the stream and sharing your opinions. Bye, Pierre. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, it is very bad. It's very bad. I mean, I know the ending of Portal, but man, I can't actually play the ending of it. Sharzu did a 6-hour stream of Minecraft until she found diamonds. Let's just say you're not the only one who is into Minecraft. Yeah, I know Sharzu doesn't like it. Also, how does it take 6 hours to find diamonds? How does it take 6 hours? That's so long. I didn't know what I was doing, plus bad RNG. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Got lost. Oh man. I mean, if you just dig down and then keep digging, you must have a real bad time. ever consider playing a game like RimWorld? Yeah, of course. I mean, Oxygen Not Included is kind of like RimWorld and the base buildy sort of thing. And having settlers that you have to manage. Settlers you have to manage. Do you sometimes stalk your Twitter followers? I feel like stalk is way too strong of a word. I'm almost done with Nier Automata. I highly recommend it. I've played it. I've played it. Just got Oxygen Not Included. I'm worried it's gonna eat weeks of my time. Good luck. You like management games? Yeah, I love management games. Management and sim games, etc. JRPGs. Stuff that can take a whole bunch of my time. Yeah, I feel like stalk is a very strong word. I think occasionally, like the people that I see who reply often to my tweets or I see in my hashtags more often, I'll sometimes look at what they're doing, like posting just occasionally, but I don't like stalk to see what they're liking or whatever. I just look in on people. I'm curious about you guys. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know if your days are good. City Skylines? I like City Skylines. I like making noodle roads in City Skylines and pissing people off. Keep your Twitter say so. Man, I follow my art mama on Twitter. Have you guys seen her Twitter? Have you guys seen Hinaki Mama's Twitter? I see a lot of not say so stuff. I see a lot of not say so stuff from Hinaki Mama. Hinaki Mama really be retweeting some stuff. It's not dunking. I'm just saying, Hinaki Mama be tweeting. Hinaki Mama be retweeting some stuff. I see it all. And who boy, some of it is. But I mean, I guess I would be something to be expected of Hinaki Mama knowing Hinaki Mama's art. Not say so, not even a little. That's okay. Say so, Mama. Yeah, Hinaki Mama very say so. Lots of girls in bunny suits and tights and stockings and booba and 2D and 3D. I always know when a tweet on my timeline is something Hinaki Mama retweeted, even without having to look at who retweeted it. I always know. I'm like, oh, that's a Hinaki Mama retweet. That's a Hinaki Mama retweet. Her name once again, asking for a friend. It's in my Twitter bio. It's in my Twitter bio if you want to go see what Hinaki Mama retweets. Cause it's a lot. it's not like that, and then a lot of it is like that. But some of it, oh god, some of it isn't. Some of it, some of the, yeah. I used to have it so that, like, Twitter would have the sensitive media click to view, but for some reason Twitter had decided to mark all of Isla Senpai's tweets as sensitive. So I got rid of that setting. So before then it was either Isla Senpai or all of Hinaki Mama retweets that were marked that, but now I just see it. I just see it. Yeah, for some reason Twitter decided to mark Isla Senpai as like sensitive sensitive media at some point. I don't know why. So I had to turn it off so that I could actually see her whenever I was on mobile. Because otherwise, mobile doesn't just let you hit view. You have to turn the setting off to see sensitive media on mobile. It's stupid. It's stupid. Have you seen those eyes? Like, it even marked her tweet that had all of our logos for Gen 2. It marked that as sensitive media. And I'm like, alright. Okay. I guess. No, I'll say I don't stalk, but I do sometimes look in to see how you guys are doing if you tweet about your days. You tweet about your days. Most of you don't. Most of you really just retweet art of VTubers. Basically a Twitter like bot. Yeah, a lot of you guys really just retweet. You guys just retweet. Like, you don't actually post any tweets, you just retweet. So it's not very interesting to look in on. It's not very interesting. My favorite kimono Mimi? That's a hard question. I don't know. I think kimono Mimi is just fun. It's fun in general. Bunnies are pretty cool. I have to say, I think I'm least partial to like dogs. I think I'm least partial to dog kimono Mimi. Only retweet some stuff. Got nothing interesting going on. Got nothing to post. Yeah, you guys just retweet. Like, there's nothing else going on. It's just retweets. I'm like, man, alright. Just retweets. So I especially if I look in on someone and I see that they only retweet stuff, I don't really look again. I'm like, well, there's nothing here. It's just retweets. It's just retweets. Gonna head out and visit a friend. Have a good stream. Bye, Jamal. Thanks for coming by. Insect antenna on human figure considered kimono Mimi? I guess so. Like, whenever you think about like moth kimono Mimi. We only have one shot to impress Nami. If it's just all retweets, I'm like, well, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point in looking? I can see retweets anywhere. Do you actually want us to tweet pictures of food we make? I don't care. To be fair, do people really care? It feels weirdly self-centered to go off talking about my day. You would be surprised how many people use Twitter as their personal diaries. And that's the interesting stuff. I want to see what people are... I want to see what people are doing. That's the thing that gives you insight on people. I mean, I don't really look at like the tweets and replies because it's normally like if it's someone who follows VTubers and they just retweet everything, then I'm sure their tweets and replies are also just them replying to VTubers like, "Good morning." So you really want to stalk? No, I just want to see what you guys are doing sometimes. Be like, so and so is this, or like, I had a good this, or you know, it's just like a thought every once in a while. No, I don't want to see people wallow. I just want to see them have thoughts that they put out into the world. Usually write stuff on a note, and once I've gotten it out of my system, I toss it away. That's fine. Getting called out hard. I'm just saying, this is what I've noticed when I look and I'm like, are you guys tweeting about like VTubers you like to watch or what's going on in their streams? No. You're retweeting. It's a vacuum of information. There's nothing. There's nothing. About accounts that don't do any activity at all except follow. Would you look into that and see if they will ever comment or retweet ever? No, I write those off immediately. I'm like, it's blank. They're literally just here for following, for updates, which is fair. It's valid. But like, you know, there's nothing to look at. So why would I look at it? I feel like some fans want to be stalked on Twitter or wherever, but like, if there's nothing to look at, why would we look? You gotta give something. you gotta give something. There's nothing to stalk. You wanna be stalked, you gotta give something to stalk. If you're just retweeting stuff, it's not really giving any information about you. Nami woke up and chose violence. I always choose violence. I always choose violence. A healer, maybe. I mean, yes, healer, yes, that's right. That's not the maybe. That's not the thing I'm supposed to say maybe to. Oh, goodness. Big hiccup. Looking at it, my Twitter is 5 retweets to 1 original meme. Gotta work on the original ones. Yeah, put out content. Put out content. How am I supposed to look at your Twitters if there's nothing there? How am I supposed to look at your Twitters if there's nothing there? People will be like, oh man, I hope my Oshi looks in on me. I hope my Oshi notices me. What's there to notice? It's just retweets. What's there to notice? How am I supposed to remember little details about you to care about if there's nothing there? You gotta give something. You gotta give to get. Maybe once I start drawing more, do it. Post it in anyway. Post whatever you draw. Have a little space. Nami, is that one healer in your guild that doesn't heal and just insult the boss? I used to post clips from MHGU. Ooh. Because of our interactions during stream, maybe? It's a lot of activity in chat. Yeah, but chat goes by really quickly sometimes where I'm focusing on a game and I can't read everything. Twitter, I can look at Twitter all day long. It's always there. And sometimes I'll go back and look at streams to see the chat messages I missed, but I can't really rewatch all of my streams. They're long. I don't have that time. I don't have that time. That life for lurkers, hide in the corner, never get noticed. I mean, that's the life that they choose. Grumpy old man, I don't like one to many communication things on Twitter. Well, that's your personal choice. I feel like the content that I put will get buried by the RT. I mean, at least you're putting something. Something. Imagine posting clips of your Oshi and they go by unnoticed. That kills the motivation too. See, that's another issue with Twitter. Sometimes the hashtags just don't work. Sometimes the hashtags just don't work. Like, I'll notice, like, sometimes my tags will just not update. It'll just not update. So if there's ever anything I go like a few days without liking, please just tag me. Tag me in a reply. Because I do check. I check my hashtags every morning and every night and sometimes during the day. So I always make sure to go and like things. So if there's anything I haven't liked or really seen, like if I haven't liked it in a few days, please tag me. I haven't seen it. Twitter didn't update the hashtag. Because I like seeing what you guys make and do. But sometimes Twitter just sucks. Sometimes Twitter just sucks. If only you knew of our activities on the fan Discord. That's where all the magic happens with a lot of us. I've heard that there are channels for each of us there. Always feels weird tagging you guys on posts, so it feels desperate. Oh, I'm telling you right here, right now, as me, please, if I don't see it, if I don't react or like it in a few days, please tag me. I do want to see what you guys are doing. If you have tagged it in my tag and it doesn't show up in my tag, I want to see it. I want to see it. If you guys feel like it should be something that shows up in my tag, which obviously I check, and I don't see it, then I want to see it. I want to see it. Make sure I see it. I'm saying that right now. But again, like, tag me once it's been a few days. Because sometimes Twitter will decide to suddenly toss something into the hashtag. But and then sometimes it just leaves stuff out. So look, here's a KB question right here. Right now I come and tell you, Nami, we are giving you a second outfit. How would you like it to be? Are you going, I guess this is lewd. Lewd, it got marshmallowed. Or Sisu. For summer or winter, any special accessories? After a few days, it's okay, yes. At least for me. At least for me. I don't know. I meant to say sexy. That's lewd. Same sort of thing. I really don't know. I know I want to keep, like, the flowers. I want to keep the flowers. And I think I've talked about it, like I would either want it to be more casual or to be more formal. So like a nice kimono or yukata would be really cute. And I also like if it was something more casual, like twin braids would be cute with lots of flowers in the braids. I think that would be really cute, but I don't know about what the casual outfit would be. I don't know what the casual outfit would be. But if more formal, I think a kimono or yukata would be really nice. I really love the art of kimono and all the accessories that go in to wearing kimono. Suit and tie. I don't want a suit and tie. I don't want a suit and tie. I think ladies in suits and ties are great, but I don't want a suit and tie. Do you like Rule 34 Sebo Kimono Yukata? Rule 34 is okay. I can't really have more of an official stance on it. I think that would be too lewd. For what we are permitted to be. I think that would be a step too far. Keep my hair in twin tails. Yeah, twin tails are cute. I believe in suit girls supremacy. Suit girls are great. You need to study kimono patterns and such actually. Yeah, kimono are really amazing. I love kimono. There's so many nice obi. And all the lovely hair accessories that you can get. I can't remember the actual name for it right now. Alternate outfits are always interesting. They really are. They really are. The Reina, you doing something art pose? That's not Rule 34. That's just a fun meme. That's just a fun meme. It was funny. So I retweeted it. So I retweeted it. It's very funny. The funny concept. Especially the format. Oh no. Yeah, Mabu, yours. I liked it. It was funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any ideas like for super solid ones right now. You didn't make that? Nani! Wait. Oh, did we start over? We did. You were at the start and the end. Did I actually answer this one? I mean, how are you liking and doing? How are you doing and liking everything so far? It's great. Any moment that stands out so far? Finishing Death's Door. That was really fun. That was really fun. I like Death's Door. It was a really good experience. Let's go for round 2. No. Not round 2. Not round 2. The concept was catching up with what I had in the backlog. Thank you for the podgies. Yeah, we caught up with what was in the backlog. I'm gonna pretend that what's currently in the mallows is not backlog. It is, but we're gonna pretend. We're gonna pretend. It is backlog, but we're gonna pretend that it's not there. Backlog, ikuzo. Yeah. But I managed to get through what we had today, even though I was talking just like normal chatting for quite a while. Which I think that we should probably start to wrap up. Because it's almost 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours. And I need to bring a certain creature out and get a certain creature her LUNCH. I can't say her name or the actual words because she knows. She understands, and then she'll start screaming and crying and barking. Yeah, she'll start screaming and crying and barking and be like, oh, you're talking about it. You're talking about it. I know. Even as I start to wrap it up, she'll definitely know. She's gonna walk over here and she's gonna start crying at me whenever I start to be like, all right, guys, we're ending stream. She's gonna know. She's gonna know. She's so smart. 3 hours. I have assignment to finish. Good luck. Creature some extra pats. I will. She is very perceptive. She's very smart. Kind of creepy. Yeah, they know things. Animals know things. Hiccup. Don't have a food thief? Nah, she'll look and try to steal food from wherever she can. Like, she acts like I don't feed her. She acts like she's starving all the time. So whenever I bring her through the house, she'll try to steal like the chihuahua food or the cat food if someone left it where she can get it. She'll try to steal it all. She's too smart. And she acts like she's starving to death. She's really not. But yes, we are going to end it here. It's been almost 3 hours of just talking. So that's pretty long for just a chat. Or just a little chat stream. Maybe she is. You gotta understand her. No, she's overweight. She's slightly overweight, as is. You just got here though? I'm sorry. For the scuffed stream, it wasn't scuffed. Oh, see? She's coming out of her cage. She knows. She's crying. I told you, she knows. She knows. Yeah, you know I'm ending stream. Why are you so smart? Why are you so smart? How do you know? Yeah? Okay, hold on. I know. Come here. Hold on, let me say goodbye to everyone. Okay, thank you all for coming. I gotta go handle her. She knows. She's too smart. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright. Tomorrow for Darkest Dungeon. Oh, don't cry. Come here. Come sit. I'll talk to you tomorrow. It'll be Darkest Dungeon. But until then, thank you so much for coming. Love you all. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.